Hello fam, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for clicking on the link to watch this video. Thanks to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. If today is your first time watching my video, don't forget to subscribe after watching this video. So once again, I'm back with all your tips for grad school. My name is Barikisi Saka and I'm a first year PhD student at Michigan State University. So today I just want to share a list of fully funded graduate programs at the University of Alabama with you. I'm doing this because I realized, and from my experience, that one of the most tedious parts of graduate school application process is searching for schools, and most especially finding schools that offer your program and schools that provide full funding for your program of interest. So I want to make this process easy for you, or I just want to try my possible best to help. So what I'll be doing is from time to time I'll just be sharing list of fully funded graduate programs from different schools with you. So I'll just share the list here and go through some of the things that you have to look out for when you visit the program or department website. And some of this list will be coming from me, others would also come from my friends and other people, and today's list is actually from Sunday Okafor. So thank you so much, Sunday, for providing this list. You can find Sunday Okafor on LinkedIn and you can connect with him on LinkedIn as well. So as I said, today I'll just be sharing a list from University of Alabama. So sometimes it's not just about the list, right? When you visit the department's websites, let's say a friend gives you a list to a department that offer your program, what are some of the things that you have to look out for when you visit the department page or website? So I'll just go through some of the things that you have to look out for. So I'll share my screen and I'll go through like different programs and go through the things that you should look out for when you visit the website. Now, as I said, I'll be sharing different lists and different programs from different schools from time to time. So in order for you to receive an alert whenever I post this, you just have to subscribe to my channel and also click on the notification button so that you'll be the first to receive a notification once I upload a video. I'll be sharing different programs every week, so I'll be doing that at least once every week. So please subscribe to my channel, and also after watching this video, please share this. You can just click on the share button, share on your WhatsApp, share on Facebook, share everywhere. You don't know who might benefit from this video, so please share. So I'll just start sharing my screen now and show you some of the things that you have to look out for when you visit the website. So let's get it rolling. From engineering to communication and information sciences to education, human environmental sciences, and arts and sciences, and other programs. So I'll provide the link to this list on in the comment section. So I have uploaded this list on my blog and I'll provide the link to it in the comment section. But as I mentioned earlier, I just want to show you some of the things that you have to look out for when you visit this link. So I'll just start with the civil construction environmental engineering. So once you have the list, you just click on the link. So just go here. All right, so since you are interested in graduate admission, as you can see here, they have their master's, their PhD, and other programs. But because we are interested in graduate admissions, we'll just go here. So you go to the graduate admission site. Now, when you go to the graduate admission site, you can see that they have different requirements for different graduate programs in the department. So it's important to check the requirements. If you meet the requirements, or if you don't meet it, you will know what to like put together or how to plan ahead of time. So when you go to the graduate admissions, you just want to look out for the requirements. So you can see here, Master of Science in Civil Engineering, Master of Science in Engineering, Environmental. They have different requirements here that you have to meet. Now you can see that they take TOEFL, but I have a video on my channel for how to request for TOEFL waiver. So if you had your education throughout in like English, then you can always request for a TOEFL waiver. Now, when you come to their PhD section, also they have the requirements. So you can see the requirements for the masters: minimum GPA of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, or at least 3.0 for the last 60 credit hours. So this last 60 credit hours is like your final semesters, so it doesn't include everything you got from your first year. And you can Google how to calculate for the last 60 hours. Just a simple Google search will provide that for you. And you can also see here for the PhD, they also want a minimum GPA of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, also at least 3.0 for last 60. And they want a TOEFL score as well. They also want a GRE score. So these are some of the things that you have to look out for, the requirements, when you visit the program. Now, after you find information about the requirements, the other thing you want to do is to find information about the funding, because it's really important. And funding is also the same as scholarships, because I understand sometimes people feel like funding is different from scholarship, but it's the same. So once you go to the graduate funding, you would see that they've written stuff about their funding opportunities. So they'll write everything that they provide based on their funding. So here they say that the department awards teaching assistantships on the basis of expected teaching ability. An individual faculty member who has sponsored research funds at the professor's disposal awards research assistantship. A GRE appointment is made on the basis of mutual interest between students and professor. So with this, it's important for you to also reach out to your professor. And they also say a student applying for graduate studies in the Department of Civil, Construction, and Environmental Engineering is automatically considered. Now, this is important. As you can see here, they are saying that the individual is automatically considered for a departmental assistantship during the review of the application process. So that means once you submit your application, you're automatically considered for assistantship. Now, I get people asking me about funding. So I get questions like, do I have to apply separately for the funding, or how do I go about the funding? So this is an example. For some schools, they automatically consider you once you submit an application. In some of these schools, when you are filling the form, they'll ask you, do you want to be considered for funding? So in that case, you choose yes, and then once you submit the application, they'll consider you. So these are some of the things that you have to look out for. So for those of you interested in engineering, that's just it, and these are just the things you should look out for. So now I'll just look at another program, because different programs have different requirements. So these are the list for engineering. If you're interested in any of this, you can just visit the list on my blog and look at it. Now let's look at communication and information sciences. So let's say I'm interested in applying for advertising and public relations. So I'll just go here. So once I go here, again, as you can see, the interface is different. So different schools have different websites that so the interface here is different from the one we viewed the first time. I mean, different departments actually have different way of like putting their information out there. But still, because we are interested in admissions, so we just go to admissions. And here it will also provide you with information about admissions for the advertising program. So as you can see here, it also says admission into the program requires a 3.0 or higher undergraduate point average, or a 3.0 higher GPA in the last 60 hours. Again, you can watch my video on getting a lower GPA, and I explained the last 60 hours. As you can see, for this program, they don't require GRE, so the graduate entrance exam scores are not required for admission into the MA program. So whilst the other department is taking GRE or wants you to provide GRE, this program is saying that they don't require GRE for admission. However, students must take the GRE to be considered for funding. So if you want to be considered for funding, which is like the goal and focus of most of us watching this video, then you have to take the GRE. I've also seen cases where schools waive the GRE. Also, sometimes these schools do not update their websites. So because of COVID, a lot of schools were waiving their GRE. So if you chance across like a program, or if you visit the program of interest and you realize they are taking GRE, all you can do is to just reach out to the graduate coordinators and ask them if it's possible for them to waive the GRE for you. Now, if they say it's possible for them to waive the GRE for you, you should verify from them if waiving the GRE would affect your chances of getting funding because you really want to get that funding. So now this the process, and they've indicated some of the things that they want: a written statement of purpose, a resume, 3 samples, transcript, and the English course again, which, as I mentioned, if you had your education entirely in English, just request for the waiver and be rest assured that they are going to waive it for you. And another important thing is to look out for application deadlines. So as you can see here, they've indicated the different deadlines for the application. I'll do a separate video on the specific application timeline to look out for, because usually depending on the application timeline, you would be considered for funding or you might receive funding. So I'll do a separate video on that. So that's it again for this particular program. Now we can also look out for funding opportunities for this particular program, and as you can see here, it says it offers several graduate assistantship for exceptional students. Don't worry, you're an exceptional student, don't let that scare you. And graduate assistants are usually assigned to support faculty, blah blah blah. So as you can see here, it offers details about the assistantship, which is also something that you really need to consider when you visit a department website. So here it says a monthly stipend, which means you'll be getting some allowance or some monthly allowance just to help with your housing and food and other things. And it also says a portion of full tuition waiver. So that means they might waive your tuition completely and you wouldn't have to pay a penny. And it also says a full student health insurance or a partial health insurance. So if I'm interested in advertising or public relations, this is a school I would definitely apply to, because they offer full funding and also the requirements are pretty much okay. So these are some of the things that you have to look out for. Now I want to just go through another program. I don't know why this is taking so we've looked at one program in the communication and information sciences. If you're interested in other programs here, just again click on the link and look at that. Now let's go to education. Let's look at PhD in special education. Now as you can see here, there's also the list to the funding information. Although if you click on this particular link under the graduate programs, right on that same website, you should find the funding information. However, if you can't find it, you can come back here and click on the funding information link and just go and read the information about funding. So I'll just look at the last program and then we'll just end it here. So again, this one talks about the PhD program. So it just goes into details and talk about the different programs. And here, as you can see, it's already telling you the funding. So it says some graduate assistantship are available for 20 hours a week or 10 hours. And this pay a stipend and tuition cost. So that means this like pays your stipend as well as your tuition cost. This also tells you about the admission and application process. So they say applicants must submit an application, and all applicants must have a GRE score of 300 or above. Again, as I mentioned, a lot of schools don't update their websites, and I know most schools were waiving the GRE, so it would just be good to reach out to the graduate coordinator and just to ask if the GRE will be waived for you. Now, I don't want to go through this, but if you visit it and you want to see some of the requirements for the other programs, you can also just click here and you see all the requirements. So basically that's it. As I mentioned, when you go to the website, you just want to go to admissions and also find the requirements for the program. Also look out for the application time frame, which is the deadline for the application and when the application starts. And you also want to look at the funding information and try to look at what the funding information entails. So basically that's it. And again, as I said, you can find the list on my blog. Just go through the list, and if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. I'll really be happy to answer your questions. So there are so many programs here: mathematics, Master of Science in Population, Social Work, and all these programs have the link to the graduate website, which provides you with the admission requirement, and the link with the funding website, which provides you with the funding information. So thank you so much, Sunday, again for providing this list. So once again, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I really appreciate you staying throughout and watching the video. Please just look at the comment section. The link to my blog is in the comment section, so just click on that link and you can access the full list. So thank you all so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sharing more videos, so click on the notification button, subscribe and share, so that anytime I receive a video, you would be the first to receive an alert.